What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. All right, I got an interesting video today. So I did go to make a donation at Goodwill. I picked up this tape deck. This will be video 2, I guess, but this will basically be a video about some recent purchases that I made, some mistakes, some super surprises on some vintage, I don't know if it's considered vintage, I'm not that old, but media. And then I've got a lot of silver quarters to show you guys that I just picked up at a good price, and I'm sharing the bargain with you guys if you guys are into Washington quarters. Anyways, let's get started with the video itself. As far as for the stereo cassette deck, I did some research on it. This model was made in 1992. I wasn't quite old enough to purchase something this expensive back then, but I do remember these model numbers, the ones with the actual headphone jack, dual cassette, Dolby C was the latest and greatest at the time. Anyways, long story short, I believe this tape deck back in the day was around $300. I currently have it listed in my eBay store for 50 bucks. I did test it. It does work. The display, though, is very, very dim, which might be a display issue or a power supply issue. But the actual both sides do play fine. The actual bands inside are pretty decent, although I probably recommend replace them because they are pretty old. But what was a super surprise is I had some old media that I'd made some recordings on, and again, this isn't a channel just for coins, but my goal is to turn stuff like this and my old stuff into actual coins so I can share more coins with you guys. However, if you're out and about and you're at a garage sale or flea market or whatever, and you run across this particular cassette tape, it is made in Japan. It is very, very heavy, and it's white. And I guess people use these to make master recordings with professional stereo equipment. I remember when I was, I think my late teens, I was, looking for a really nice piece of media to make my own mixtape per se. And I ended up just recording some stuff on it. I have terrible handwriting. But long story short, I remember I spent probably a good 15 bucks for these tapes, maybe more, which was very, very expensive back then. But kind of like all media was expensive, and this was during the era when CDs were kind of becoming more mainstream, but the recordable CDs were not out yet. Or if they were like $1,000 just for the machine. So anyways, these were a super surprise. I listed them last night. I think I listed them for like 80 bucks or 75 bucks, and I think I just sold them for 60 something. Let me show you real quick what sold. Yeah, so here's the sales. Again, just listed it last night, and they sold for 130. So 65 a piece, which is crazy. The cassettes are worth more than the actual tape deck itself. But again, if you run across these, I probably sold them a little cheap. I've seen other people sell used ones for like $90. But anyways, let's go back to the photo booth and show you some coins. All right, so we're back here. So again, what sparked it was, if you saw in my other video, I think I showed it, that there was actually cassette tapes in the player still. So I'm like, well, I know the blank ones sell, even if they're have media on it. I had no idea how much they sold for because I hadn't looked up in a while. So this particular cassette was in the right side of the player, and I looked it up, and people actually pay close to $5 for it. So I'm like, sweet, because that came free. That's already in there. And then there was like some random, I can't find it, but it was a random tape that, yeah, I put that away. It's like some local concert thing. So I could tell like an older person owned the cassette, and it looks like they were making a copy for a friend, and they just left their tapes in there. So this side had a concert from the Fox Valley Quartet or something, or band, back in 2000, and this site had the blank media. So again, I looked up the blank media. I couldn't believe it sold for $5. So I listed. I'm like, I have some really, really nice blank media myself. So I looked these up, freaked out when I saw how much they sold for. And I'm kind of dumb because 15 years ago, I do remember I had brand new ones of these that I sold probably for 50, 60 bucks. This again, 15 years ago. And now used ones, I just sold these for 130. So these are going out. So packing those bad boys up. And I do box my tapes, especially when someone's spending $130 for that. Anyways, let's get into the Morgan. So that again was like just absolute awesomeness, pure profit. And it's weird, right? Because guys my age would think this cassette player is worth way more than the media, but when you have super nice media, I guess that's hard to find because no one really makes tapes anymore. So anyways, let's get to some of these coins. We'll start with the Morgans here. So I've got this one listed, and anything that you see in this video will be available in my eBay store. I always put a link in the description of the video. You can start by clicking on the store, things like that. But let me put a glove on for these Morgans here. I'm not going to show all the quarters. I'll show the quarters, but I'm not going to take them out. So these are recent pickups. I guess I'm okay with them, but this one, like, I don't know. It's a beautiful looking coin, but it has like these weird like lamination issues, and you can look at I took like really detailed photos, but it's like super weird. I've never seen this before. I don't know if this is an error or if this is actually like someone poured acid on this, but it's just weird how, see if I can show you guys. See that? It's like, I know that's like a lamination issue. See that? And then we'll go, look at that on the tail. But from like the regular human naked eye, it just looks like there's some marks in the coin, but it's definitely got lamination issues, and it's on both sides. So I don't know if like something went across this coin, but it's not like a scratch. So like when this coin was actually minted, did something like hit this really hard? I don't know. It's just in really weird spots. How the lamination's falling off. But anyways, the coin itself has really nice eye appeal. Anyways, I thought I think I overpaid for it, and I want to say I have this listed for 70 bucks, maybe 65. So again, if you're looking for a nice coin with some interesting lamination issues, this is a nice pickup, but it's definitely not one you'd want to send in to get graded. Here's another coin that I definitely overpaid for. I try to stay away from polished coins, but for a reason, like this one looked not as polished when I bought it, but then when I got it here, it's definitely polished. And it almost looks like, if you guys have seen the 2021 Morgan silver dollars, this is what they kind of look like. They're just all kind of one tone. And again, this one's been polished. It's a nice coin, but I got this listed for 65 bucks. I'm probably gonna lose money on it. I thought it was a much nicer coin when I bought it. So again, if you're looking for and it's kind of like a rare date too. So if you're looking for something to put in the album 1887S, it's actually a really nice coin. It's polished, which sucks, because if it wasn't polished, it'd probably be like a $300 coin. Next is an 1878. The first year of the Morgan. This one's definitely AU. Definitely a details coin as well. It definitely has scratches in the fields. But again, nice coin. Again, I didn't pay too much for it, but I think I still overpaid. And then again, it's like, I don't know what I was thinking. I made these 3 purchases within the same period of time. And I don't know. Usually I do way better than that. So I got this one listed super cheap at 65 bucks too. So, and I'll probably accept offers too. I'll probably knock another 5% or just 10% off or whatever, just to get rid of them. So anyways, you can check those out in my store if you like them. Hopefully they're still here by the time you see it. Now let's get to some really nice Washington quarters. So I picked up this whole collection at a really good price, probably close to what you would pay for junk silver. And as you guys that do collect junk silver know, like usually your coins aren't going to be as nice. So the seller had like really blurry photos, but he had them like all in like an album type thing, or these type of holders, but like a sheet of it. So he didn't really put the dates or anything, but I saw that he put like the date range, so I took a chance. So anyways, grabbed a bunch of these. It's very rare to me to see quarters that are not like from the 60s or 50s that are in really nice BU condition. So I think I have these like listed at like either 10 or 15 bucks, but they're really nice. These are around World War II as well. So someone obviously found these and set these aside. The rest of these are from the 50s, but they're all really nice quarters. So I pretty much have listed most of these for around 10 bucks. Some of them have toning, but even like the quarters from the 50s, if you ever find them in a junk pile, they're never going to be this nice unless like someone's just completely asleep. So I think the guy was just like wanting to get rid of them. And then there was some really cool like RPMs. I'm not going to show it on here, but I did take a photo of this one. I'll probably list this one individually because I would like to show this to you guys. It definitely looks like the D mint mark on the back has been stamped like 3 times. It's like boom, boom, boom. And it's really cool. So I'll actually set this one aside so that I put that in the video. Here's another RPM. So RPM is just repunch mint mark on the coin itself. So that does happen with the S mint marks. It's actually kind of common. They're worth a little bit more, but just very cool, nice looking BU quarters. This is probably the least expensive one of the lot. There was 1 AU in it, so I think I got that one like this at 8 bucks. Got a 57 here, 57 Denver mint mark. Again, I was really happy with this pickup because, again, anytime you can pick something up for the price of junk and then get it out to you guys, but then like not go crazy because like I've seen some sellers, they'll list like these quarters for like 20 bucks and they'll just like sit. I'd rather just like, all right, 10 bucks, here's a nice BU quarter. You want to get it graded and get it up to 30, 40 bucks for a slabbed quarter, or if you're looking to fill a BU quarter album, or upgrade some of the quarters you have in your album, this is an awesome way to do it without breaking the bank. And then I also use the standard shipping, eBay standard shipping, so it's not more than $1 to ship it to you. Because I've noticed some other sellers too, they'll put the quarter like at 15 bucks and they'll charge like $5 for shipping. That's a little extreme. They obviously don't know about the eBay standard flat rate shipping. If it's under 20 bucks and it's under 3 ounces, it's around $1 or less to ship out. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you can get some of these quarters if you do collect quarters, or if you want to start an album. These are a BU album. These would be really nice to pick up. And then if you want to, $65 Morgans, they're nice. I mean, there's nothing crazy. I wouldn't get them graded, but those are also very nice. And if you're in the market for a cassette deck, I've got one here. So, and it does work. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.